Hello, gorgeous queen. Welcome back to the Champagne Empress Podcast, your sanctuary for feminine power, magnetic attraction, and living a life of deep love, luxury, and devotion. If you're new here, welcome to the space where women stop waiting, stop settling, and start embodying their full power. I'm your host, Georgette, and today we're talking about one of the sexiest, most powerful thing a woman can do. Walking away. I know. You probably got nervous because walking away is big. It is not an easy thing. You're probably saying, but Georgette, what if he comes back? What if he changed? What if I give them just one more chance? Goddess, let me remind you how powerful you are today. Because if you have to convince anyone to see your worth, you already lost. If you have to keep lowering your standard just for someone to stay in your life, just so they could see you, they could love you, you're walking away from yourself. And here, we don't do that. So I want you to grab your wine, adjust your crown, and let's get into why the most magnetic women aren't the ones who beg. They are the ones who leave. So I want to talk about why walking away is your superpower. First of all, let's be clear, okay? Walking away is not about playing hard to get. And walking away is also not about having an argument and deciding, oh my gosh, I'm done, I'm walking away, okay? But it's about knowing you're the prize and refusing to sit at a table where you have to beg for a seat. It's about honoring you so deeply that you'd rather walk alone than stay where you're not cherished. Have you heard of that saying that it goes something like, go where you are celebrated? Well, this is what I want you to keep in mind, because in this lifetime, I want you to be celebrated every single day. So I want you to go where you're cherished, where someone is going to look at you and already know you're deserving, you're worthy. So let me give you an example, right? Imagine you're at a restaurant and you're wearing your sexiest outfit. You smell good. You're like, ooh, I can't wait to have a filet mignon. You order your filet, but then the waiter brings you a cold, dry burger. And you ask, oh, that's not what I ordered. I had a filet mignon. And they're like, nope, you're getting this cold, dry burger. So do you sit there trying to convince yourself, you know what? It's good enough. He bought me a cold burger. It's better. There's people in the world that do not have food. Oh, because I know I've used that excuse before, right? Or do you beg the waiter to please, just bring me what I actually ordered and bring me my filet? Do you do that? Or do you just get up, gather your beautiful self with your sexy outfit, and go find a place that serves the luxury meal you desire? That's how walking away works in real life. You don't beg for better. You walk towards it. Because let me tell you something, gorgeous goddess. Walking away resets the power dynamic instantly. It forces people to either level up or stay behind. It opens up space for what's actually aligned with you. So I want to remind you, When you walk away, you're not just leaving a situation. You're sending a message to yourself. I choose me over settling. And that energy, darling, is magnetic. So I want to talk about the 3 types of walkaways you need to master. Oh, yes. Because, baby, not all exits are created equal. Some of you need to master this in dating, some in business, and some in mindset. And they're going to look different. So let's talk about the 3 walkaways every woman needs. So I want you to think about relationship for a minute. Ooh. Because the first one we're going to talk about is walking away from half-hearted men. Because yes, darling, you're tired of half-hearted men. Listen, if a man likes you, but isn't actively pursuing you, if he cares but keeps you guessing, if he says he's not ready but still wants access to you, that's your cue to leave. Because you are not a part-time job. You are a full experience. And any man who isn't meeting you fully doesn't deserve to meet you at all. So I want you to stop begging for crumbs. To stop giving excuses and say, you know what? Let's try again. Let me give you a little story that happened recently, okay? So I decided to start dating again. I took a little break in dating because honestly, I was really focusing on business. And there's this gentleman, we started chatting and click, yes, magnetism on point. And he asked me on a date. And he said to me, okay, here are the days, etc. We set a time for a Wednesday. I love Wednesdays. Okay, so then something unexpected had happened. He had to go to a funeral that weekend. Anyway, so he went to a funeral, family, etc. He comes back. He's exhausted. We're checking in. We're not chatting every day, but we're checking in, etc. And I had a wedding weekend, busy, right? So Monday comes, and he's asking me, "Oh my gosh, how's my day?" Whatever. Usually Mondays are when I said, "Okay, I need to know the plan." So I said, "Ooh, I'm excited to know the plan and can't wait to see you Wednesday." Right? Completely dismissed my whatever. And he asked another question. Well, I decided I was not going to answer that because you're not setting plan. At this point, no more. And Tuesday come, at this point as well, I'm no longer interested because I'm not doing last minute plans, right? Because I don't even know the time. So then he decides to say to me, Wednesday comes, and he said, "Ooh, how was it that something about carnival?" And I totally dismissed that. And he sent me something about his sweet kid, and I acknowledged that because it was cute, it was sweet. I said, "Oh, cute." Okay, and that was it. Then he sent me an apology. Oh, he wasn't feeling good, blah, blah, blah. He was exhausted. And I said to him, here's the thing. I'm big on follow through. If you are tired, you're human. I give grace. I understand. Communicate. But you did not communicate. Therefore, he's like, can I have another chance? I said, listen, I believe in follow through, so I don't think so. Because the thing about it, when you know the standards of your life, you understand the pattern that will probably come. 1, communication is not up to par. 2, if there's no follow through, it's just not going to work. So I want you to remember, if someone wants to pursue you actively, they will. So you don't have to settle for breadcrumbs. You eliminate the problem when it arises. Okay? So the second thing I want to talk about is walking away from situations that do not serve you. And this applies to friendships, jobs, opportunities that drain you in business, etc. If you're constantly feeling like you're overgiving, overproving, let me tell you, because I was a person who felt like I had to prove myself so much. Well, first culturally and as a woman, or are you the one over-explaining yourself? Well, I can't do this because blah, blah, blah. No, you don't have to explain yourself. So if you're constantly feeling like you have to, you're in the wrong place. The moment you walk away, you reclaim your power, and guess what? Better things start to show up faster. So that's why I always tell my women, don't be afraid to walk away. Because when you let go of the things that no longer serve you, you open doors to the things that get to be in your life for a lifetime. Beautiful things, beautiful opportunities, beautiful love. So yes. And the third thing is walking away from the old version of you. Oh, let me tell you, that's one of the scariest things that we could encounter. Letting go of the oldest version of you can be very scary because sometimes we grow, okay? We grow to a new version and we look back to the old version and we're like, wow, it is not me. It is not, I don't recognize this person anymore, but we're so afraid to walk away because we're afraid of what somebody else is going to think. Oh, you've changed. Well, yes, because you're becoming the best version of you. It is a big one because the version of you that tolerated less, that settled for good enough, that didn't fully own her power, honey, she has to go. Because the woman you're stepping into, she doesn't beg, she doesn't explain, she doesn't chase. She walks away from anything that isn't a full body yes. So don't be afraid to walk away from that old version of you. There's one thing I hear a lot. Well, that's who I am. There's one thing knowing who you are at the core and also understand this version of me might change tomorrow because I might grow into another version. So we can't just say, well, that's who I am and that's how it's going to be. Because then when you say that, you're already claiming, well, this version is good enough. There's no growth that needs to happen anymore. Now, I'm not telling you to change your values just for the sake of change. But I also want you to understand that it's okay to let go of an old version that believed in certain things that no longer aligns. And if you make a mistake, you can also walk away from that old version saying, you know what, I understood I'm no longer that person. I'm letting that person go and learn from those mistakes. So what I want to touch on right now is I want you to walk away with confidence and without regrets. Because in the Champagne Empress world, we lead by desire. We do not regret. So if you decide, hey, I want to have a one-night stand, and it's from pure desire, there will never be regret. And if you decide, I want to be celibate for a whole year because of pure desire, you're still holding your magnetism. And nothing will change because you're living life from pure desire. So, how to walk away with confidence and without regrets? I know. Because walking away sounds good in theory, right? Because we always say, leave, go, stop. It's hard. It's a hard thing. Because in the moment, it could feel like everything is crumbling. The world is dark. It's scary. That's why most people don't do it. And I know I've been there. I've prolonged walking away because I was scared. But then I let my intuition guide me. And I was still scared when I walked away. But I walked away based on intuition and pure desire. So let me give you my 3-step strategy for walking away like a queen, okay? With confidence, grace, and zero regrets, because we have zero fucks to give. The Champagne Empress Walkaway Strategy. Let's talk about it. Step 1, decide and detach. We always have a choice. Regardless, we always think, oh my gosh, I don't have a choice. Honey, you always have a choice. One choice is going to be harder. The next is going to be easier. There's no such thing as there's no choice. So 1, I want you to make the choice. Make it. Don't go back and forth. Should I stay or should I go? Make the choice. Don't see what happens. Decide. And I want you to emotionally detach from the situation. I want you to take ownership of yourself. This is what I desire. I'm making a choice no matter what. No matter what I'm going to encounter. It's going to be hard, whatever. But I'm deciding to walk away. And step 2, I want you to remove your energy completely. What does that mean, right? No, just checking in text. Oh, I wonder if he's okay. Nope, we're not doing that. Oh, I feel so bad. Nope. No one last call. Nope. No leaving the door open. You cut the cord. So the last guy I was talking about, right? No, I was no longer interested. I cut the cord. So we're not going to continue at all. No, there's no door that stayed open. So cut the cord, let it go. And step 3, I want you to redirect your energy elsewhere. Because walking away is not just about leaving, right? It's about walking towards something better. The new, upgraded version of you. The life that's actually aligned with your worth. When I left one of my relationships, it was hard. When I decided to walk away, it was not just about, oh my gosh, I'm leaving. It was also about knowing I was walking towards the best version of me. I was walking towards deeper love, deeper intimacy, a deeper business. I wanted to grow my empire even bigger. So I know where I wanted to redirect that energy. And let me tell you something. Every time you do this, every time you redirect your energy, your self-worth expands. Every time you walk away from what isn't right, you make space for what is. So it may be so hard on you today. You may not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I promise you, the light is waiting. There is hope. We're all waiting for you, to hug you, to love you. So walk away to what no longer serves you. So, Goddess, if you're ready to start choosing you, today's the day. There's no tomorrow. Let's see what he does again. Let's see what happens. I want you to choose yourself today. Gather the courage. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be scared. But do it scared. You no longer deserve bare minimum. You no longer deserve good enough. You deserve a king who is completely devoted to you. You deserve clients who appreciate everything about you being in service to them. You deserve friendships that goes the length of a lifetime. You deserve all of that. You deserve to be loved for who you are. You deserve a seat at the table. So no more begging, no more chasing. I want you to choose you today. And if you're deciding to choose you today, I want to hear about it. It could be in a small way, but share with me. Take a screenshot of this episode and share it on your IG story and tag me at Georgette Casimir with your biggest takeaway. And if you feel like you want to go deeper into the work, if you want someone to be your backbone when you're walking away, let's work together. Book a session to deepen your self-worth, elevate your standards, and embody your feminine power like never before. Because I can't wait to see you rise. And for those of you who can't wait for next week, we're going to talk about seduction. The next episode is all about the energy that makes you irresistible. You do not want to miss this. So until next time, stay powerful, stay high value, and never forget, you are the prize. Ciao.